Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is July 23rd, so it has been 24 days since I did the second planting, and according to the packaging, the radishes should be ready tomorrow, and the arugula should be just over halfway ready. One thing I'm learning here is as the season goes on and the temperatures warm up and then cool back down, I'm sure that growth period changes. So this round of radishes is ready right now. They were ready probably a couple of days ago. So I'm going to pull all the radishes today. I'm going to cut back all of our arugula because that's ready now after 24 days, and the first batch took over 30 days to get any. So it's definitely going to take some learning, and I'm going to make sure to record all of this stuff. So planning for next season, I can kind of have an idea of how long it's going to take for days to mature based on what month or even what time of the month it is. So I got my bowl of ice water here. I'll cut all the arugula first. I'll pull the radishes, and I'm going to cut the lettuces again. It hasn't even been a week and I'm ready. I can already get a second cutting off of the purple and gold rush lettuce. I'm going to cut the romaine for the first time today. And all that mesclun mix I planted 24 days ago is already ready for a cutting. So that was much faster than the first round, and I'm going to give the first round a second cut. Okay, so here by the mesclun mix and the romaine, gold rush, and the purple lettuce, this was planted 24 days ago, the 29th of June. And this is the first planting that was done June 10th. And so this second planting has just exploded. So today I'm going to cut all of this. I'll leave it to try and do a second cutting. And well, I guess this is kind of strange. I don't know if you can see this. So this row was planted at the same time as this. And so I think that's just a sign of my soil being inconsistent. And so hopefully this is, we can depend on this once we get a uniform soil mix in here. So I'm going to cut all of this. Might cut a little bit of this, and then I'll cut the first planting of romaine, and I'll do a second cutting on our gold rush and our purple lettuce. See, none of that is ready. None of the stuff I planted for the two lettuces is ready for a first cutting yet. But in less than a week, the original stuff has already bounced back. So we got our nasturtiums coming along. I'm excited to see some flowers on those. Here's our mesclun mix. And this is 24 days from seed in the soil. So that's really cool. I'm gonna harvest all of this, and I'll blend this in with the lettuces to make a blend, and we'll see how it tastes. These purple vein things are a mustard, and they're pretty spicy. Romaine is looking good. I'm gonna cut these, and I'll try to get a second crop out of them. This whole row looks good. It's all uniform, but then it just tapers down, and you can see it, and then it goes to nothing up here. Gold rush. See, this is already less than, I think it's 5 days since I cut this last on the 18th, and it's already. We're gonna do a second cutting today. Same with it could probably go a full week. I think we'd plan on a full week in production, but I've got the time right now, so I'm going to do that. Same with the purple lettuce. I think a full week between cuttings would be good. I'm going to cut this and I'm going to weigh it, and I'm going to see, 1 week, what did I get out of these two rows combined. I'd like to blend these, mix them together as the final product with some of the mesclun mix. I'm going to see how that goes together. Here's the radishes between the peas. Gonna pull these out today. They look about perfect, and they seem to be getting along really well. I think it'll be interesting once I get the radishes out. It'll give a lot more space for the peas to see how they finish off. It should be a couple more weeks till we start seeing some pods. First planting of arugula. Some has grown back faster than others, so probably again just better nutrition in some areas. The pest pressure seems to have lightened up. I haven't watered for 5-6 days, I've just had the water turned off, and we've been getting rain every other day, and letting it dry out, I think the slugs have really backed off. Even though, so it rained, we got pretty good rain yesterday and the day before, and came out here and I was going through everything, and I found maybe a dozen slugs on just random things. I didn't see any damage from them, but just the rain drew them up and was causing them to come exploring. So again, this is arugula. So, both these rows are the same variety, and they're planted at the same time. The only difference is we got arugula on one side of this one, and this one has beans on both sides. So if that's the difference, that's pretty interesting. Onions still looking good. Soybeans are kind of recovering. Their new growth seems to be a lot less, even though we do have some that are really taking a hitting. The new growth, seems to be at least surviving for a little while. These look pretty good up top. So that's good. Maybe just backing off the water is what helps the beets. Mounded this one up. I was starting to see the root on there. Yeah, they're looking really good. Looking good. There's a second round and they're laying down for some reason. That I just thinned them out. Nasturtiums, so 3 more rows of carrots. These are 23 days old, and then these are the original plantings, so 45 days or so. Beets, red beets. We got the peas and beets. They're looking good. The peas look better than the beans. You see some of these, and I don't know if that's all slugs or what the issue is with those. We'll see how they finish out. And then the beets planted down here, so these are beets. These are golden beets, and the second half is red beets. But also pretty inconsistent and spotty. Went through and thinned them out last night. Alright, so I'm going to go through and I'll harvest this mesclun mix, the gold rush and the purple lettuce, and I'll blend that all together in the bowl. I'll go dry that, then I'll come out separately and I'll cut the romaine and get the radishes and the arugula to cut today too. There it is. That's from about 8 linear feet of salad planting. So I'm gonna go rinse it, wash it, dry it. I'm gonna take care of this, and we'll come back out and get the romaine and the arugula and the radishes. So I found this kind of interesting. These are the radishes I just harvested from between the 2 rows of peas. And these are the radishes from had peas on one side and then arugula on the other. Planted them at the same time, and there's a noticeable difference between the size. These guys are, you know, on average pretty small. I think this is the biggest ones, and then over here they were in the same amount of time they did better. So I don't know if that's my soil variation or if that just means that peas, you know, on both sides did something good for it. Arugula. Oh, I forgot a row. Get that real quick. Here's our arugula haul. So here's the salad mix harvest. That's from 8 feet, I figured. About 8 feet of salad greens. Just got it drying out. I washed it in the salad spinner, and we got the ceiling fan on high. And I got the romaine over here drying out after washing it, and then all the arugula. So I'm about to bag it up and I'll weigh it, see what we ended up with for the haul.